Good day everyone. My name is Gelaica Shayra Flynnely Tapal, BE Ed 2A. This time we will discuss from our core topic, Chapter 12, Physical Disabilities, Health Impairments and Severe Disabilities. We will tackle about starring role for Christopher Reeve in ABC documentary, human body skeletal and muscle systems, and types of physical disabilities. Starring role for Christopher Reeve in ABC documentary. Christopher Reeve was an American actor playing main character and title role Superman. On May 27, 1995, he broke his neck when he was thrown from a horse during an equestrian competition. The injury paralyzed him from shoulders down and used a wheelchair and ventilator for the rest of his life. He lobbied for spinal cord injury research, including human embryonic stem cell research, and for better insurance coverage for people with disabilities. This was a turning point on the care of individuals with spinal cord injury. You can do much of the treatments in your own home. Determination is the key to success. There were 4 components to the program developed for Christopher Reeve. First is standing, which is accomplished with standing frame. It helps to improve breathing, and some standing frames have reciprocal arm exercises that moves your legs as you move your arms. Second is the partial weight supported walking. It is supported upright in harness. Robotic arms are attached to both legs, which moves them in sequences of walking, patterned over a treadmills. Next is the functional electric stimulation. Electrode pads are placed strategically over muscle groups on the skin. And the fourth is the aquatic therapy. This therapy was being performed in the pool. Spinal cord injury required heated pool to avoid complications. It provides the therapeutic treatment but with the forces of the gravity reduced due to the buoyancy of water. A sportsman on wheels. Francis Silva is an archer and a basketball player aside from being a painter. Francis Silva is a 38-year-old bachelor. If one will look at him, he seems like only sitting on a wheelchair because you can never see his physical handicap. Francis Silva started to use a wheelchair when he was in second year high school at the Far Eastern University. He was hit by a stray bullet in the spinal column and was confined for almost 3 months. He was rehabilitated for 2 years at the National Orthopedic Center. After he was discharged from the center, he had learned that there are athletes like him who came from the center and who had been participating and competing in national and international games. Francis Silva gives the following messages to the athletes with disabilities. Discover the sports you excel in, develop your ability, and show everyone your will and determination. Prove to all that we can be successful athletes despite our disability. There were also other famous persons with disabilities. One are Apollinario Mabini, attorney Arturo A. Burhal, Stephen W. Hawking, Datum Gambila. Human body skeletal and muscle systems. The Skeleton and the Muscle. Reader's Digest 2004. The skeleton. The adult skeleton provides the body's internal scaffolding. It is made up of 206 bones and accounts for 1/5 of the body's total weight. The skeletal system. There are also 4 classes of bones. First is the long bones or limes, short bones in the wrists and ankles, flat bones in the skull, and irregular bones in the face vertebrae. The bones of the hands and feet constitute of half total number of bones in the body. The 206 adult bones are found in the different parts of the body. The skull has 22 bones. Iris has 6, vertebrae has 24, sternum has 3 bones, throat has 1 bone, pectoral girdle have 4, hip bones has 2, arms has 60, and legs has 58 bones. An adult spine consists of 26 bones called vertebrae. It is divided into 4 sections. First is cervical vertebrae, the top 7 bones of the spine in the neck. Second is thoracic vertebrae, the 12 vertebrae attached from the ribs. Third is lumbar vertebrae, the 5 vertebrae below the ribs. The fourth is sacrum and coccyx. The sacrum is made of 5 vertebrae and the coccyx of 4. In adults, the vertebrae are fused together. The skeleton supports the body, protects the internal organs, and allows a wide variety of movement. Most bones are connected together by ligaments to form flexible joints. The skull is formed from 22 different bones. The bones that form the brain case, cranium, are separate at birth but gradually fused together through childhood. The collarbone or clavicle supports the upper arm and allows it to move in range of direction. The shoulder blade, the humerus, the ribs protect internal organs and the chest cavity. The breastbone or sternum is a bony plate that connects the ribs, the radius, the ulna. There are 8 wrist bones or carpals in each wrist. The metacarpal bones are the 5 long bones of the hand that lead to the fingers and thumb. The hip or ilium is the outer part of the pelvic girdle. The kneecap or patella is the small bone that sits inside the cord-like tendon joining the thigh and muscles. The thigh bone or femur is the longest and strongest bone in the body. The shin bone or tibia is the major load-bearing bone of the lower leg. The fibula is the smaller of the 2 lower leg bones. Cartilage is a type of connective tissue that forms shock-absorbing discs between vertebrae, gives elasticity and strength to the joint, and surrounds the end of every long bone where it meets other bones to form a joint. It is also the ribs to the breastbone. Muscles. Muscles control movement throughout the body, including automatic actions such as heartbeat, movement of the gut, and blinking. Muscles make up over half of the body's total weight. The muscular system. There are 3 kinds of muscles. The first is a stripe muscles, so-called because of its striated appearance under the microscope. It makes up the majority. It contracts the response to message from the brain. Second is a smooth muscle. It is not under conscious control. It controls the digestive, urinary, reproductive, and circulatory systems and such unconscious responses as adjusting in the iris in the eye. Third is the cardiac muscle. It is found only in the heart and is unique in being able to contract rhythmically and continuously. Muscles produce movement by contracting and arranging in opposing pairs or groups. To raise the forearm, the biceps at the front of the upper arm contract and shorten while the triceps at the back relax and lengthen. To lower the forearm, the actions of these muscles are reversed. The biceps are stronger than the triceps because raising the arm works against the pull of gravity. Trapezius is a large, diamond-shaped muscle in the upper back. It holds the head straight and contracts to pull it backwards. Shoulder deltoid raises the arms outward from the body. Triceps contract to straighten the arm. Pectoral muscle. Biceps. The external obliques contract to twist the torso. Latissimus dorsi is the large back muscle that holds the body upright. Trunk deltoids contracts to bend the body forward. Thigh muscle or quadriceps is the large muscle that pulls the lower leg forward when walking and holding the leg straight when standing. Gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the body located in the buttocks. The hamstring muscles contract to bend the leg at the knee. Calf muscle contracts to pull the heel upwards and lift the back of the foot off the ground. The Achilles tendon is a tough cord that links the bottom of the calf muscle to the heel and pulls the heel upwards when the calf muscle contracts. Types of physical disabilities. Physical disabilities refers to impairments that are temporary or permanent, that affects the bones and muscle systems and make mobility and manual dexterity difficult and or impossible. Cause deformities and or absence of body organs and systems necessary for mobility and affect the nervous system, making mobility awkward and uncoordinated. Orthopedic and neurological impairments. The two distinct and separate types of physical disabilities are orthopedic impairments and neurological impairments. An orthopedic impairments affect the bones, joints, limbs, and associated muscles of the skeletal system. Examples of orthopedic impairments are: the first is poliomyelitis, also known as infantile paralysis. Second is osteomyelitis or tuberculosis of the bones and spine. Bone fracture or breakage in the continuity of the bone results from falls and accidents. Muscular dystrophy is a group of long-term diseases that progressively weakens, deteriorates, and wastes away the muscles of the body. The disease is usually fatal. The infant appears normal at birth and the muscles begin to weaken at age 2 to 6 years old. The calf muscles appear unusually large because the degenerated muscle has been replaced by fatty tissue. The child walks with an unusual gait, a protruding stomach, and hollow back. Difficulty in running or climbing stairs, getting to his or her feet after lying down or sitting on floor, and may also fall easily. By age 10 to 14, the child loses the ability to walk. The small muscles of the hands and fingers are usually the last to weaken and deteriorate. The fifth is osteogenesis imperfecta. It's a rare inherited condition marked by extremely brittle bones. The skeletal system does not grow normally, and the bones are easily fractured. Fragile and may be able to walk for short distances with the aid of braces, crutches, and other protective equipment. Next is the Lyme deficiency, refers to the absent or partial loss of an arm or leg. The Greek word plagia, which means to strike, is used in combination with the affected limb, that is, arm or leg, to describe the condition. Quadriplegia, all for quadre. Limbs, both arms and legs are affected. Movement of the trunk and face may be impaired. Paraplegia, motor impairment of the legs only. Hemiplegia, only one side of the body is affected. For example, the left arm and the left leg may be impaired. Diplegia, major involvement of the legs with less severe involvement of the arms. Monoplegia, only one limb is affected. Triplegia, three limbs are affected. Double hemiplegia, major involvement of the arms with less severe involvement of the legs. Orthopedic and neurological impairments have close relationship. For example, a child who is unable to move his legs due to damage in the central nervous system may also develop disorders in the bones and muscles. An infant may be born with congenital Lyme deficiency. Acquired Lyme deficiency result from the amputation of the arms or legs due to diseases or accident that require surgery. A prosthesis or artificial Lyme is often used to replace the limbs to facilitate balance and to create a more normal appearance. Braces, crutches, and wheelchairs are used wherever applicable. Last is crippling conditions that are congenital or present at birth include clubfoot. The child is born with one or both feet deformed, usually with the feet and toes turned inward, outward, or upward, often accompanied by webbed toes. Club hand. The same as clubfoot, but this time the hands and fingers are deformed. Polydactylism. The child is born with extra toes or fingers. Syndactylism. The fingers or toes are both webbed like those of fowls, ducks, and hens. A neurological impairment involves the nervous system, affects the ability to move, use, feel, or control certain parts of the body. Some of the types of neurological impairments are described in the pages that follow, and that will be delivered by the next reporter. That is all my report. That's all. Thank you. And once again, good day.